Hi everyone. It's a Monday, first day of the week, and I hope that you're all doing great. By the way, my name is Arwani, and this is another episode of Personal Development with Arwani. Uh, I have been having a pretty rough week. A pretty rough week this past week. I had a pretty rough one, and I just felt the need to record this video. To sort of share where my mind is at right now, and maybe who knows, someone watching this, you may be also going through the same situation. So today I want to talk about resilience. I want to talk about resilience. So what actually is resilience? A simple definition for me is resilience is the ability to bounce back. So you may be having difficulties in your life. There might be something obstructing you from, going to reaching your goals or attaining your goals. And being resilient is just to have that ability to bounce back when you fall down, to just get up and keep going. Oxford, just looking at an Oxford definition, they define it as the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties or toughness. So I'll just read it again. The capacity to recover quickly from difficulty or toughness. It's actually an interesting topic, this one. I like it because we all have our goals. We all have things that we are working towards, and it won't always go our way. Things don't always go as planned. There are days, some days are tougher than other days, but at the end of the day, we need to bounce back. So, what does it take to bounce back? What does it take? Um, for me, I'll summarize it in two things, which is the main things that I would like to share today. So the first one is, you have to make sure that your why is strong enough. What do I mean by that? Well, in everything that we do, we need to have a reason why we do it. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing, and that why needs to be strong enough to encourage you to get up every time you fall down. I can make a simple example. Imagine a father who has a loved one in hospital, and he needs to go and, I don't know, and maybe sell a certain quantity each and every day of a particular product, maybe door to door selling a certain quantity of a certain product, and in order to pay the son's hospital bill. I can guarantee you that even if he doesn't make it today, he is not going to stop. He won't stop. Even if he doesn't reach his target of the amount of things he needs to sell, he won't stop. Why? Because his why is very strong. His why it keeps him going. He's more likely to bounce back rather than someone who's just doing something just for the fun of it. So when we go after projects, when we chase down our goals, let us just make sure we understand why we're doing what we're doing. A good book that I can recommend, which you can read, is Start With Why. Start With Why. Have a look at that book. I should put up just a picture of it on the screen. So I'd recommend that go ahead and get that book, and it should be very helpful. So your why needs to be strong enough if you want to be a resilient person. Okay, and then secondly, you need to understand that to be resilient, you may have to stretch yourself. You may have to go beyond your limits. It takes effort to get up when you're down. It takes effort to bounce back. So you need to understand that you may have to go extra. You may have to put in a bit more work than you normally do. Okay, I've done a video all about stretching yourself. The link should be available right now on the screen. You can just go ahead and click that. Or if you can't get to it, I've put a link on the description of this video, so you can go ahead and watch that just to learn more about stretching yourself. So you need to understand that to bounce back, you will have to do more than you normally do. So you need to prepare yourself. You need to get into the right mindset, So you need to understand what gets you going. So apart from having a strong why, everyone has that one thing that always, it comforts them, that one thing that motivates them, that gets them going. So you need to understand what is that thing for you. Maybe it might be spending time with your partner. Maybe that motivates you. Maybe it might be reading a certain book. It might be watching a certain documentary. It might be partaking in a certain activity. It might be anything, as long as it's something that gets you fired up, that reignites that fire within you to get up and continue pursuing your dream. When you are down and out, that is the perfect time to actually spend that's the perfect time to spend your time around such an environment, exposing yourself to things that actually motivate you, things that encourage you, rather than things that will demotivate you or just make the situation seem hopeless. Okay, being resilient is crucial, because as I've already said, not everything will go our way, but we need to fight. We need to fight for that which we want. We need to show that, we really want this. And as you are bouncing back, the process of bouncing back, the process of being resilient, there are many lessons to be learned in that process. You grow as an individual. You learn things about yourself that you didn't know before, and you come out a better person. And what I like about it is unlikely that you will face the same difficulty more than once. I mean, the second time you face it, it will be easier than the first time, because you now already have the experience. You now already know what you did before in order to to maneuver through that situation, in order to bounce back. So in every tough situation, take the lessons. That's all that I wanted to share with you guys today, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And again, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new video. See you soon.